What if I told you that 300 warriors once stood against an army of over 100,000, but they knew they would die, yet still chose to fight? This is not a legend. It's one of the most jaw-dropping last stands in history. This is the Battle of Thermopylae, and it changed the world forever. The year was 480 BC. The Persian Empire, stretching from India to Egypt, was the most powerful force on the planet. King Xerxes, a ruler with divine ambition, sought to crush the tiny, divided Greek city-states under his feet. With a colossal army, some say over 100,000 strong, he marched westward, determined to make Greece bow before him. The cities of Greece were fractured, often at odds with each other. But Xerxes' invasion sparked something rare: unity. And at the heart of that resistance stood Sparta, a city-state built on discipline, forged in war, where every man was trained to fight from the moment he could walk. King Leonidas of Sparta didn't wait for consensus or promises. He took action. With just 300 of his elite Spartan warriors, Leonidas marched north to a narrow pass known as Thermopylae, the Hot Gates, where the mountains squeezed the land into a thin corridor between stone and sea. It was here he planned to make a stand, not alone, but with around 7,000 other Greek allies, determined to halt the Persian tide. Xerxes expected an easy victory. He sent emissaries to demand the Greeks surrender their weapons. Leonidas' answer became legend. "Molenle, come and take them." And so, the battle began. For 2 days, the Greek phalanx, shield locked to shield, held firm. The narrow terrain nullified Persia's numbers. Waves of Persian infantry charged, only to be broken against the unyielding wall of bronze and discipline. Even Xerxes' elite soldiers, the fearsome immortals, were cut down. Persian bodies littered the mountain pass. Their blood soaked the earth. And still the Greeks held. But betrayal was lurking in the shadows. A Greek named Ephialtes revealed a hidden path through the mountains to Xerxes, a secret trail that would allow the Persians to outflank the defenders. Leonidas received word. He knew what it meant: certain death. Yet he did not flee. Instead, he dismissed most of the Greek troops, ordering them to retreat and fight another day. He remained behind with his 300 Spartans, a few hundred Thespians, and some loyal Thebans. They stood their ground, surrounded, exhausted, and outnumbered, but they did not break. They fought with fury, with honor, with the kind of defiance that echoes through time. One by one, they fell, until Leonidas himself was struck down. His body, later mutilated by Xerxes, was a final insult, but it did not erase what had been done. Because Thermopylae was never about survival. It was about making a statement. A few brave men had held off a god-king's army and dared to say no. And that defiance set Greece ablaze with purpose. Within a year, the Greek city-states united. At Salamis and then Plataea, they drove the Persians back. The tide had turned. Leonidas and his Spartans did not live to see that victory. But without their stand, it might never have come. Thermopylae became a symbol, a moment when courage stood taller than fear, when sacrifice outshined defeat, and when freedom, though bloodied, refused to kneel. Because sometimes history is written not by the ones who survive, but by those who choose to die for something greater.